So in this video, we're going to be talking about the order of operations. So the students have already been experienced with the order of operations back in 5th grade. So this is more or less a review, and there's two acronyms that they learned. They either learned it as Please Excuse My Dear Aunt Sally, or PEMDAS, P-E-M-D-A-S, as you can see kind of on the side here, P-E-M-D-A-S, okay? What those stand for are parentheses, exponents, multiply, divide, add, subtract. Now, the big important thing here is when I multiply and divide, I do it left to right, just like I read a book. And then when I add and subtract, I do it left to right, just like I read a book. So there may be a time where I'm going to subtract first and then add, as long as it went subtraction and then addition, left to right. Same thing with multiply and divide, left to right. It could be divide then multiply at one point. But essentially all you have to do each time is scan the problem. Are there any parentheses? Then, are there any exponents? Is there any multiplication or division? If so, do it left to right. And then is there any addition or subtraction? If so, do it left to right. Now, students really need to make sure they are showing their work. And as the 6th grade here, we want them to show every single step. So each time they are only doing one math problem. So I have two problems here we're going to see. The first one we're going to start off with is this one right here. It is 10 cubed divided by 2 squared times 5. Okay, so I see some exponents right here and right here, division and multiplication. So what I want to do first, scan it. Please, parentheses, do I see any? No. Exponents, excuse, I do. I see 2 exponents. Even though it didn't say that in the directions, because there are 2 of them, I'm going to do them left to right, and I'm going to do them individually, one math problem at a time. So I see 10 cubed here, which is 10 times 10 times 10. I don't have to write that out. 10 times 10 times 10 is 1,000. All right, I write 1,000, and I'm just going to bring everything else straight down. Divided by 2 squared times 5. Notice I am not using the x. We are in an algebra unit. We are not using x for multiply. Next, I scan my new problem. Do I see any more exponents? I do. 2 squared. That is 4. I write it underneath my 2 squared. And I'm going to bring everything else down. That multiply 5 and that division sign and the 1,000. Okay? And now I see division and multiplication. Okay, I go back to my notes over here. And it says multiply and divide. I'm going to do that left to right. Let's get that out of the way. So, just like I read a book, I see the division problem first. 1,000 divided by 4. I don't need to do any long division. Students are allowed to use a calculator now. I don't need to see that extra work. So, 1,000 divided by 4, that is 250. All right, so 250, and I bring down that times 5. Once again, I don't need to do this on the side of my piece of paper. 250 times 5, that's 1,250. And I'm going to box out my answer. All right, what I tell my kids is I want them to think about it like a funnel. All right, the problem is funneling down on each side, or that we're making an upside down triangle. All right, that's what I'm looking for there. So I go down to this next example problem. We have 12 times parenthesis 4 plus 6 parenthesis divided by 5. All right, so I scan the problem. Are there any parentheses? Yes. Do whatever's inside of them first. 4 plus 6, that's 10. Bring everything else down. The divided by, the 5, the times, and the 12. Okay? I have multiplication and division. Once again, left to right. Okay? I have 12 times 10 first. All right? Well, 12 times 10, that's 120. So it's 120 divided by 5. Okay? So, once again, you can kind of see it is already funneling down. I am doing one problem at a time. So finally, I just have 120 divided by 5. Don't need to do anything special here. I don't need to show my work on the side of the paper or anything. Do it on a calculator, and I end up getting 24, and I box out my answer. So hopefully there's nothing new with order of operations with the Common Core. It's just straightforward. We're just showing our work every step of the way. Hope this video helps.